Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Brianna, and I am back with another video for you guys today. I'm so very excited for today's video because this is going to be the first video in my 2018 back to school series. You guys know this is my favorite thing to do every single year on my channel. I absolutely love back to school season. This is going to be the first video to kick off the series. I know you guys love this on my channel, and it's a part of the reason why a lot of you subscribe to me. So for the first installment in my back to school series, I will be doing my annual back to school emergency kit for girls video. I changed the kit up quite a bit each year. I add some new products in. I add some new stuff in that I like to keep in there because it does kind of change each year. And then every year, as always, I have a new bag. So I'll be showing you guys what I keep in that for this school year. Also, if you enjoy the video and you'd like to see more back to school videos this year, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified every single time I post a new video, especially when I post my back to school videos, because I know that you guys do not want to miss the ones that will be coming up after this one. And I know this is kind of early to start doing back to school videos because I usually don't ever start this early, but I know a lot of people are going back to school like in the beginning of August, which is kind of soon. So I wanted to go ahead and kick it off with my annual emergency kit video. So as you guys know, each year I usually have a different bag. Usually I like to use my Ipsy bags that I get in the mail, but you can just go to Target or CVS and get a bag, or you can just pick one that you have laying around in your house. Usually one that's about this size I find works because it's not too big to where it'll take up a lot of space in your backpack or bag, but it's not too small to where you can't hold a lot of stuff in it. So the one that I have this year is this holographic print. I seriously love this. It's like a blue holographic design. It's really, really pretty. It's from Ipsy. I think this was from actually a few months ago. The first thing that I'm going to start with is a given. A thing that I like to keep in my emergency kit is gum, and I know this is kind of like a thing that you probably already have on you, but I always like to keep like a pack of gum in my backpack, then like an extra pack in my emergency kit, so when I run out I can just pull it out, have some extra gum, because I know when I was in school I would always chew gum. Like I would always have to be chewing gum. It's a way that I like concentrated, so if you're one of those people, highly recommend keeping your favorite gum in your emergency kit. So next, I recommend keeping some first aid stuff in your emergency kit as well. So I have some Neosporin Neo to go, which is basically like a little spray Neosporin, and then I also like to keep 2 band-aids. I recommend keeping some of those too, because I know when I was in school and I would always get a cut and I would go ask to go to like the nurse's office or whatever, my teacher would always be like it's just a paper cut, you don't need to go to the nurse's office, and I'd be like, but like it hurts. So band-aids are always nice because you never know like when you're gonna like scrape yourself or need a little band-aid, and you never know when your friend might need a band-aid. So just kind of keeping some first aid stuff just as like a precaution in your kit would be nice. Yeah, I found that really helpful when I was in school because I noticed that I needed band-aids more so than I thought. So these 2 things are really nice to have in the emergency kit. So this next one is actually kind of random. I actually recommend keeping a travel size lint roller in your emergency kit. You can get this in the travel section at practically any store, Walmart, Target, things like that. But yeah, this is kind of funny. I used to not keep stuff like this in my kit, but I noticed that like when I would wear black leggings to school, and I don't know about you guys, but I have dogs at home who shed like crazy. So if some of you guys have cats or dogs that shed like crazy, and then you cuddle them before you like, go to school, and then you get to school and you realize you have hair and lint and stuff all over you, this is really nice to keep. This is actually a new one. I just bought it for this year, but highly recommend this because I don't know, I like to keep like my black clothing clean. I don't like to have like any lint or dust on it or hair. So I don't know, this was something that I found came in handy last year when I used it. So if you guys are into that, recommend you keep a lint roller. Next thing that I keep in my emergency kit is a lip balm. I have one of my favorites right now. This is the Glossier lip balm. I seriously love this. It's the coconutbalm.com. It's one of my favorites. I got this travel size one in an Ipsy bag, but I'm sure you could probably find them online. But you know, chapped lips are not cute, and I know it's really uncomfortable like when you have chapped lips, especially in the winter. This will definitely come in handy. So keep like your favorite lip balm, or if you're like a lip gloss person, you can keep your favorite lip gloss if you're into that. But I really like keeping a lip balm because my lips are usually always dry. I don't know about you guys, but I find myself applying lip balm like a couple times a day, so that's definitely a given for me. So if you're like me and you are a gal that wears makeup, I recommend keeping some powder in your emergency kit just so you can kind of touch up throughout the school day if you get oily, because if you do have combination oily skin like myself, oily girls, you know how hard it is to stay matte throughout the day. I'm a person who doesn't like to be oily. I usually like to stay matte, and I usually like to touch up my makeup, so I just keep one of my favorite powders by MAC in my emergency kit. This is what it looks like. And then also I like to keep like a little Real Techniques powder brush. This is a travel size powder brush. I got this from Ulta in the travel section, and it's actually came in handy because sometimes I don't like the sponges that come in like the compacts that they give you because they're kind of cheap, so I like to keep my own little brush, and then I can just, you know, touch up throughout the day. I found that to be really helpful last year because I would get oily a lot, and then if I had somewhere to go to like right after school and I wanted to touch up my makeup, I would already have like this in my bag that I could pull out really fast. So I found it to be really convenient. The next thing I recommend keeping in your kit is either one, a mini deodorant, or two, perfume, or you could keep both. I don't have a mini deodorant on me, but if you do have gym class, I actually highly recommend that you do keep one of those either in your gym locker or in your emergency kit. But I also like to make sure I have a travel size perfume on me of some sort. So this one that I have in my bag is the Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy Duo perfume. This one is really nice because it's really small and compact, so it just rolls off and then you can just roll the perfume onto your wrist. Also, I think I mentioned the Scent Bird in one of my last emergency kits. Those are also really good. Just any perfume if you guys want to make sure that you smell good, especially if you have like a gym class where you're going to be sweating. I've always liked to keep perfume in my emergency kit because I like to stay smelling good 24/7. So that's definitely something that's kind of like personal preference if you do want to keep it in your emergency kit or not, but definitely for me it is a must. So the next thing I recommend keeping, girls, you already know we cannot go without these things in our emergency kit, and that is tampons and or pads. Seriously, you guys, if you don't have this in your emergency kit, like, what are you doing? Because you never know when you're gonna get your period. At least for me, my periods are like very irregular. They're still not really on a schedule, so like I cannot tell you how many times I've had like period horror stories at school. Like I remember in 7th grade I started my period and there was like blood on the back of my pants and I didn't have any tampons. And, you know, it's just like awkward walking into the nurse's office to get like feminine products. Like I didn't like doing it, so I just highly recommend keeping some on you. That way you can kind of just take your bag, you know, hide it under your shirt, go to the girls' room, and then just do your business, because like it's just easier that way instead of having to like ask your friend for a tampon or like have a freak out mode. So these are always a must to have on you and in your kit at all times. The next thing that I recommend keeping in there is a select amount of hair ties and bobby pins. Bobby pins are kind of something that's like preference, like if you want to use them. I found myself always having to tie my hair up at school, especially if I had gym class or if I was just having like a bad hair day. Like, you know, when you come to school with your hair looking all cute, like you'll curl it or you'll straighten it or whatever, and then the humidity just like messes it all up, or you're doing something and your hair gets messed up, or you just want it out of your face. Like I know sometimes when I would take tests or whatever, I would want like my long hair out of my face, so I would like to pull it back either with a bobby pin or with a hair tie. So this is something that I love to keep in my kit because I'm always needing bobby pins and hair ties. The next thing that I recommend keeping in your emergency kit is some sort of hand sanitizer or something that can just get the germs off of your hands. I know that I like to use hand sanitizer, especially if I'm in a class where I'm like touching things, doing a lab, or sharing stuff with other students. Like I always like to make sure if I didn't have time to go to the bathroom and wash my hands right after, that I had some sort of hand sanitizer on me. This one's from Bath & Body Works that I have. It's the Energy one in the scent Lemon Zest. But yeah, it's just because, you know, everyone gets sick during the school year, especially right when you go back, because everyone's around everyone. So like I always like to make sure that I have some sort of hand sanitizer in my bag, because I'm not trying to get all those germs and to get sick, because, you know, we touch our face like 24/7 during the day. So I always like to make sure all the germs are off of my hands. So this next thing is really random that I recommend to keep, and it's kind of personal preference for myself. I like to keep a nail file in my emergency kit because I do have really long nails. Like my nails are real, they're not fake, and I do keep my nails relatively long. So if you're one of those people that you know, takes care of your nails and does like manicures for your nails, and you do have longer nails, I don't know about you guys, but mine do chip a lot. So if I like bite my nails, or if like one chips off, I don't want to have like a jagged nail the rest of the day. So I usually like to have like a nail file, and I don't know, sometimes when I'm nervous I'll like pull out my nail file and start like filing my nail. Like it's just kind of a weird thing. Like if I'm at lunch or whatever, I'd like get my nail file out and be like one of those girls from like the Mean Girls movie, like, okay. Like, I mean, it's funny, but I don't know, just kind of personal preference. But yeah, nail file, kind of something random, but something to keep in mind if you do like to take care of your nails. The last thing that I recommend keeping in your emergency kit is some sort of capsule of pain reliever, such as Advil or Aleve, or something that can control like cramps or headaches, because I cannot tell you how many times like I've gotten a headache at school and like I haven't had Advil on me, or like I've gotten cramps from my period and I haven't had like Midol. So just kind of keep something in there. You could keep like 2 capsules at a time, and then you can just kind of like switch it out when you run out. But I recommend doing that because it definitely does come in handy if you don't feel good at school, because you always want to make sure you're feeling your best. So keeping that in there can definitely save some trouble in having to like call your mom or go to the nurse's office to get medicine. That was actually everything that was in my emergency kit for the 2018 school year. If I mentioned something that you keep in your kit that I did not have in mind, please comment it down below to let everyone know. That way we can always keep our kits updated with some stuff, because I know you guys have a lot of cool life hacks and you commented a lot of stuff on my last emergency kit video. That was really helpful, and I started keeping some stuff in my kit that you guys had said actually. So comment down below if you have an idea that I didn't mention in this video. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to check out my previous year's emergency kit videos, I will have them all linked down below in a little playlist for you guys. Be sure to comment down below the back to school videos that you want to see. Stay tuned for my back to school supplies haul, which is coming in the next few days, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.